Over the last few days, I've been bringing you guys interview segments from my interview at BlizzCon Line with Wyatt and Julian regarding a variety of topics, but today, it's a big one. In this interview that you're about to see, we talked about legendary crests and the monetization systems and the 4 ways that Blizzard plans to monetize Diablo Immortal. Following that, I have some more information for you that was said in another interview regarding cosmetics, specifically pets and wings. Let's take a second now, tune in, watch Wyatt talking about the monetization strategies, learn a little bit more, and then get into our discussion. Let's talk about legendary crests, because legendary crests, for people that aren't like myself, mobile gaming enthusiasts, it's kind of hard to grasp that whole way. For these Diablo 3 players who aren't used to that type of thing, it was a little different than what they're used to. For me, it was something that I'm familiar with. How did you guys take the feedback that you got from the alpha testing community regarding legendary crests? Did you feel like it was in a good position as far as being able to get legendary crests, run Elder Rifts, receive legendary gems from getting those crests, and those crests being things that you could essentially purchase inside of the game? I mean, we all know Diablo Immortal has to make money. As a free-to-play game, you need to find a way to monetize it. We have the Battle Pass, which is amazing. I love it. But I guess, how did you feel after getting all of the feedback together about legendary crests? Were you comfortable with it where it was? Do you think it needs reworking? Where do you stand on that?
You know, I understand where people are coming from, and I think what we really go by is our values when it comes to how we want to approach free to play. And one of the most important values for Blizzard as a company is gameplay first. And I think when I look at the Crest system, you're running an Elder Rift and you're getting those modifiers and you're buying this crest and you're playing. And at the end of the day, the best way to progress your character is by playing the game. Mm-hmm. And if you want to make your character more powerful, you can buy some legendary crests and run some Elder Rifts. You could also run some uncrested Elder Rifts. You could also, work on Paragon levels and items. And so there's like huge parts of the game which cannot be bypassed by spending money. These are parts of the game where the best way to advance is by playing the game. And I think that that's really important. The other thing I think is millions of players are going to be able to enjoy this game, a AAA game, authentic Diablo experience on your phone for free. And that's huge. That's great. And I think that the free-to-play model allows us to reach the most players. As we mentioned earlier, it allows players who aren't sure if they're going to like the game to try it out. It allows players to experience all the classes, all the story, and get free content updates even after the game has launched. And that's really important too. You know, you kind of mentioned that we want to be able to sustain this game. What are we sustaining it with? We're sustaining it so that we can provide content updates, so that we can provide new classes in the future, so we can provide new zones. And I think that, the legendary crests, the battle pass, reforged stones, and cosmetics are all ways that we can do that while still providing all of the content for free.
Yeah. So here we go, guys. Legendary crests, they seem to feel that they are in a good position. It doesn't seem like Blizzard had an issue with the feedback that they received from us, the community, regarding legendary crests, and they feel that it's one of the strong ways for them to monetize the game. As you heard from Wyatt in that discussion, in that interview, he did mention that there are many other ways to further progress your characters that aren't related to paying for anything inside of the game, which is really nice and exciting to hear. Now, you're noticing that I'm going in to a Elder Rift utilizing these legendary crests, which means I'm going to be getting myself 3 legendary gems. This is how legendary crests work inside of the game. You could buy them, or you can get them in other ways for free through events, bounty boards, and the battle pass. I think bounty boards. If not, maybe it'll be a possibility. And you can then put those into the Elder Rifts, and every single crest that you put in, you will get yourself a legendary gem. The question, will your friends that play that rift with you, will they get a gem as well? The answer is no. They will get fading embers, which can then be combined once you get enough of them to make a legendary gem. So even if you never spend $1, you never get 1 legendary crest, which you will, because you get them for free also. you could still play with people who do and accumulate the embers and then be able to get on in there yourself. By the way, the gameplay we're playing, it's actually my son playing Carter. So don't judge me and don't judge him. It's actually from a past live stream. All good though. So let's talk more about the other monetization methods he discussed. Cosmetics. Excellent. This is where I have more information that we didn't see in that interview. But yeah, seeing cosmetics, that's awesome. It doesn't hurt gameplay in any way. They talked about reforged stones, which gives you a better chance on your reroll for things inside of the game as well. Another spot of contention with some people, but really at the end of the day, I don't think it's groundbreaking whatsoever. And of course, they mentioned the battle pass as well, where with the battle pass, you're going to be able to get some massive amounts of rewards because you're going on in and getting, I don't even know the values yet because they weren't announced. But if we look at other battle passes, you get between 10 and 20 times the value of what you pay. So in a game like Brawl Stars, you pay 160 gems, yet you get 2,400 gems worth of things from the pass. I would anticipate seeing the same here, between 10 and 20% of whatever you spend being. So basically, if you spend $1 on a battle pass, you'll get between $10 and $20 worth of rewards. That's basically the easiest way to break it down in $1 increments. But I want to go and touch on pets and wings. Pets and wings, in my opinion, are cosmetics. They are awesome, especially pets. I love something that will follow behind me and pick up my stuff, so I don't have to circle back and spin around to get myself any gear. That's just me. I kind of like that. By the way, I think we're playing, yeah, look at us. We're actually going in here on this match right now with very high Paragon players, and we are a lot lower in Paragon, which is why deaths keep happening. Don't tell me Diablo Immortal is an easy roll through game. Although it is my 8-year-old son playing, it can get very difficult at times like this. But I do want you guys to see the legendary gems that are going to drop from putting in those legendary crests. But it's been confirmed that at least at launch, and as of now, there will not be wings and there will not be pets inside of Diablo Immortal. So it makes you say, well, what are the cosmetics? If you're not going to have wings or mounts, actually, on top of that, or pets, what cosmetic things will you have inside of Diablo Immortal? And that is yet to be seen. We are not yet sure what we're going to get from that. And I guess that's something that's going to come out in time. Maybe we'll start seeing that in some of the betas. Maybe we'll see something in that along those lines as we get closer to launch. At the end of the day, I'm personally okay with the position of monetization right now inside Diablo Immortal. Legendary crests don't scare me. Reforged stones don't scare me. We got some legendary gems right here. Looks like we got 2 of those trick shot gems and the Lowe's focused gaze. So this is how it's going to work. Put in those crests, get yourself the gems, as you just saw my son do as he was playing with Dread Scythe, another Diablo extraordinaire, person that writes and creates content. And as you're seeing happen right now, you can continuously go over and over again for as many of these legendary crests as you have. You could do this literally all day long, netting yourself a ton of legendary gems. And that's cool because, again, there are other ways to gain power. There are other ways for you to get strong inside of Diablo Immortal. It is not only focused on gems. Plus, the modifiers that you get from the crests, they're pretty cool as well. They're going to make it either easier or more difficult for you to go through these rifts. So the question for you guys is this: how do you feel about monetization with Diablo Immortal? I feel that if you're into mobile games and you know this space, you're going to feel comfortable with it because it's really not a pay-to-win mechanic. It's a pay-to-progress mechanic, similar to things that we see inside of games such as Clash of Clans. It's not a pay-to-win where you're getting power that people that don't ever spend $1 in the game won't be able to eventually get to. There are games where you can continuously spend and spend and spend and get stronger and stronger with no limit. And people that don't spend will never be able to reach you. In Diablo Immortal, much like in Clash of Clans, you will be able to get to full strength quicker, but you can't then continuously pack on power on top of that people that aren't paying or that are spending less, they will be able to catch up to you. It just takes a little bit more time for them. And that is a very fair model for a game that we can play for hundreds of hours, thousands of hours for free. Diablo Immortal is going to be sustained over time. Wyatt mentioned it in the interview that they need to monetize it in some way so they can continuously bring value, new content to the game, including new characters, new zones, new PvP, new stuff inside Diablo Immortal. We can't expect to get everything in life for free. That's what it comes down to. If you have an Xbox, a PlayStation, you really, most games, you're going to have to go buy the game to play it. You're not just going to be able to get it for free. Of course, there's some exceptions to that rule. You could play something such as Fortnite, and you can play that game for free, never spend $1 inside of the game, and have a great experience. And that's cool. Maybe the model is moving towards this free-to-play model on PC and on console as well. But we are not there yet, but we are there now inside of mobile. This is something that's become very normal to me inside of the mobile gaming space. And again, I'm very comfortable with it. I sit back thinking about how they plan to monetize Diablo Immortal, and I say, I think it's a good spot. I think we are okay right now. And you know, we have to take down the Blood Queen right now, and you're going to see more of those legendary gems come out. So we are going to extend the video until we get to that point. Now, I'm very much watching out for those bats because they are brutal. They may actually wreck me a time or two in here, but we do have a couple of those. Okay, there we go. We actually made it through. Literally running from those. And there it is. Challenge successful. There's going to be some legendary crests there as well. We are going to get those rewards. Or maybe, actually, you know what? Maybe they weren't my crests. Were they my crests? Yes, they were. There they are. And now we got, what do we grab? Chain Lightning, Seled's Weakening, and the Blacksmith is standing on my gems. Come on, man. And I couldn't even see the last one, but that's how gems work with legendary crests. So what do you guys think? You got to let me know down in the comment section of this video or over on my Discord server where I talk about Diablo Immortal with the community all the time. We got a great community over there, a bunch of people that will be joining my guild once Diablo Immortal releases. Remember, 150 people can fit inside of one guild. Hope you guys enjoyed this exclusive interview. The interview that was done by no one but yours truly. I have about 6 more parts to this interview, which means 6 more videos coming. And if you missed the ones that we had earlier, make sure you go check them out so you don't miss out on all the information, the inside information behind Diablo Immortal. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day and be good.